Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you all how I made this delicious okra soup. If this is something you would want to learn, make sure you watch till the end. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So here are the ingredients. I have my already chopped okra, my mixture of proteins. I have cow skin, liver, cow tripe, beef, and I also have my onion. I have my mixture of peppers. I'll be using cayenne pepper and red scotch bonnet pepper for this. So you can use the pepper according to the heat that you can consume. I have my salt and seasoning cube. I have my ground crayfish, and I also have my fresh fish. I'm using this fish called kote. It is really sweet in okra soup, so this is what I'm using today. But you can also use Titus fish. It is still going to come out nice. And the vegetable that I'm using to make this soup is not ugu leaves, as we already know that we normally use ugu leaves to make our soup. What I'm using to make this soup is green leaf. So here is a quantity of green leaf that I'm using. So now that I've shown you all the ingredients that I'm using to make this soup, let's start making the soup already, okay? I'll start by cooking the meat. So my cow skin is already 80% cooked. So I'll just add it to every part of the meat and cook until it's all tender enough. Then to that I'll add my salt and seasoning cube, my chopped onions. I'll add a little bit of water to this. Cover and allow it to cook until the water is all dried up. Then I can add more water to it and let that cook until it's tender enough. So while that is cooking, I'll be prepping my peppers and I will also be adding the rest of the onions. So I'll chop them in sizes that my blenders can crush quickly and also cut the peppers in bit sizes. So I'll blend that roughly. It's very important that you blend this roughly. You're not blending it to be a smooth paste. If your blender cannot do this, just use your mortar and pestle to just crush them slightly. You don't want to get a smooth paste, okay? So I'll add all the peppers together into my blender and then just roughly blend it. This is how it looks after blending, and I'll just set this aside. The next thing I'll do will be to cook the fish. I'll use just salt, and then I'll rinse my blender. I'll just pour a little bit of water into the blender that I used to blend my peppers and onions. So what it means is that I'm cooking this fish with salt, pepper and onion, okay? So I'll just pour the water into the pot, just a little bit, not too much. I'll cover and allow it to cook. When it is properly cooked, I'll bring it down from heat, open the pot and allow it to toughen up a bit. This is very important so that it does not get too soft and start scattering in the soup, okay? So I'll just put that on heat and let that cook. So the next thing I'll do is to prep the vegetables. So this is how I'm picking the vegetables. I'll just pluck out the ones that I need, the ones that are good for use. After that, I'll wash properly and then cut it and get it ready for the soup. So now I'm done prepping all the ingredients for the soup and I'll start making the soup now. So the first thing I'll do is to pour oil into a pot, let it heat up, after which I'll add my mixture of peppers. The mixture of peppers that I blended, I'll pour it into the oil and let that fry until it's properly fried before adding the rest of the ingredients. So it is properly fried now, and what I'll do now is to add the beef stock, and if the beef stock is not enough for the quantity of soup that I want, I'll add water to that until I get the quantity of water that I need for my soup. And then the next thing I'll be adding is 1 tablespoon of ogbono. I know I didn't show you ogbono in the beginning of this video, but I added ogbono to this soup, and this is optional. If you're using a big quantity of okra, you don't need to do this. So I'll be adding just a tablespoon of ogbono, and after that I'll cover the pot and let it boil. What the consistency you're looking for is not for the soup to be thick. The ogbono is not supposed to thicken the soup. You're not supposed to make the soup so thick. Just add the ogbono, cover and allow it to cook. And when it boils, I will show you the consistency that is perfect, okay? I also added the meat, which I forgot to show you guys. So, and I allowed everything to boil, and this is the consistency that I got with that quantity of ogbono. This is just the consistency that I got, and it's perfect. It is not too thick. So the next thing I will do is to add okra to this soup. And ladies and gentlemen, when I add okra to this soup, the soup is quarter to get ready, like almost ready, because you don't want your veggies to cook and die inside the soup. Okay, so once I add this okra, I will stir it into the soup. Next, I'll be adding my fresh fish, cover and allow to cook for just some minutes, then add my green leaf and the soup will be ready. Okay, that's just it. So I let that cook for just some minutes, just a few minutes, after which I added the vegetable to the soup. And you guys, green leaf does not have much stamina like other vegetables. So once you add this to the soup, you can actually even put off the heat and start stirring it into the soup and let the residual heat in the pot cook the vegetable, because if not, the green leaf dies or goes down quickly. Okay, so I'll add this into the soup, stir it into the soup and put off the heat, and my soup is ready. If you have watched up until now and you're not subscribed, that means you don't want to get a portion of this soup, you don't want to eat this soup with me. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Okay, and guys, you might be wondering how I discovered or how I decided to make this soup with green leaf. I went to buy vegetable leaf one day and they didn't have vegetable leaf, and I didn't want to go to the market because I wanted to buy this in my street. They didn't have ugu leaf, so I decided to buy this green leaf that they had available and tried it in okra soup. And since then, I've been using green leaf. Anytime I don't see ugu leaf, I'll buy green leaf to try this soup. This soup is what we call ofen lacha. Okay, it is so delicious. It came out so delicious, and I enjoyed mine with my swallow. Thank you for watching up until now, and I'll see you all in my next video. Make sure that you try this recipe because it's worth recreating. Okay, bye for now, and I'll see you all in my next video.